Okay, we are rolling. Hello.
Hello.
This is our first attempt at a tier list. This is Chris and Vanny. Tousle and B2B online handles. And we just want to do a tier list because tier lists are fun. And that tier list is best video games of 2025. So the idea behind this is that these are games that we started this year. So
Last year.
Yeah, 2026 already, isn't it? And we so there's a few on here that I started for the first time, but Vanny had already played, or vice versa. And we wanted to include those, but we didn't want to just include stuff that we play all the time, because that's it's not going to be special. It's not going to change year over year. Couldn't really say it. So, but we are including older games, so it's not just newly released games. So, for example, Anno 1800 down here is a game that I played for the first time this year, and was pretty fun. So we'd include that. We haven't named the tiers. We've just done classic, bog standard S through D. But the general thoughts are, A tier is still great, fantastic game. B tier is a good game. C tier is short, solid. D did not live up to expectations, and then S tier is really right up there. Yeah, cream of the crop. So, that being said, shall we start with a game?
Yes.
Shall we start with, maybe I'll do one.
You do one. You do one I haven't played because, like, for example, Anno. I haven't played at all.
We start off with Anno. That's a decent one to start off with. Not going to go in that order because it's alphabetical. And that seems pretty arbitrary to me. So we'll just pick one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Anno 1800 is an interesting one. I started playing because Anno 117 was coming out, and I love Roman stuff. But I had never played an Anno game before. And this was £5 on the Steam store, so I was like, oh, that's
quite a bargain.
And it's a good one to just randomly play a bit while, Vanny, I think you were away in Switzerland, and I could just kind of chill and play it. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. The era, that kind of industrial era is not really my favourite. I'm more of a sword and boards kind of guy. If it's back in the past or in the future, that's more my vibe. But obviously it's 200 years in the past, but you know what I mean. Further past.
Further past.
In the past.
Dinosaur era, really.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, so I'm kind of mousing it over here. I'm going to put it in as a B tier, I think. My reasoning being, I played a fair bit of it, and I really enjoyed it. I was playing through the campaign. It's a lot of fun. It's a cool game. A lot of interesting mechanics. And I kept coming back and playing it, and it got me really excited for Anno 117. Which you'll notice is not on the tier list if you've got eagle eyes, and the reason for that is I hadn't had time to play it yet, even though I pre-ordered it, sadly. But good game, really good game, and £5 value for money for sure.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do wonder how you'll feel about the new one compared to this one.
Yeah, we will see. That'll be in the tier list next year. So yeah, solid B there as a start. Do we want to jump into one of the games that you played that I didn't? Perhaps.
Yes.
Maybe this one.
Donut County. I don't know why I always say do not. I don't know. It makes no sense. But
I mean,
Donut
the whole
County,
game makes no sense.
The whole game makes no sense, and I haven't quite finished it. But it was good fun. It was super weird, and that's kind of my vibe anyways.
Do you want to talk about the premise of the game a little bit?
Well, what's the premise? You're like a raccoon that has a device that makes a hole in the ground, and you suck up all the stuff that is on the map. It has a really ridiculous story around it.
Yes.
But also kind of cute graphics, and it's an entertaining enough story, at least for me. So I would say I probably would put it at B as well.
Think it's a particularly good game? Or an okay game? I guess is the question.
I guess I have a question, because once we put it into a slot, can I still move it?
We can. Okay, so this is some tier list etiquette stuff here, as a tier list watcher. Yes, you can move them around.
Okay.
And also there's something, if you put it in there, then you can move them to one side or the other. My view is furthest left is best. So for example, if it were here, then it would be still a good game, but less good than, I don't know, 1800 or
Wait,
plus.
there's tiers within the tier.
Tiers within tiers, baby. It's tiers all the way down.
But if, for example, Nani? But then wouldn't the donut, if Anno was the best B, why wouldn't it be an A?
Because, so there are categories and subcategories.
Okay.
Is it a fantastic game that has me going, wow, I really loved that so much? No.
Okay.
Is it a good game that I solidly enjoyed and was a bit of fun, etc.? Yes. So if it's there, if we then have 4 of these that were good games that we enjoyed, they're not fantastic, not amazing, but they're also not just okay, that we go, it was a bit of fun, whatever.
So it's like the best good game and the worst good game.
Exactly.
Alright, okay, cool.
It sounds to me like this is a bottom of B or top of C.
Yeah, I'm questioning between B and C.
We can always move it.
Let's put it to C for now, just because I guess there's not as much variety in game mechanics. Like, you have a hole and it just stays a hole.
This is true. Actually, interestingly, I've now seen adverts on my phone for mobile games which are that mechanic of a hole, sucking things in and then growing.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's now just...
It's just a thing now.
A thing now. Okay, alright, let's pick a game that we both played.
Alright.
How about Power Wash Simulator 2?
Yeah.
The game that your dad ridiculed us for.
And my mum, to be fair.
And your mum.
Both of my parents were like, who would ever play this silly game? And we were like...
These guys.
These guys. S tier. Okay.
So instinctively I'm thinking low A, high B.
Oh really? You'd put it at A?
But that reinforces my B hypothesis. I think it's not like it was really fun as casual kind of cathartic, work is stressful and we don't want to, commit to a game of Dota or doing anything, so we just kind of wash some stuff a bit. But it's not for anyone who doesn't know it, you power wash stuff and it's dirty and then it becomes clean and it's very satisfying. The other thing I would say that's a bit of a detractor for me is that, and obviously it's got to get bigger and more exciting as it goes. I'm just going to drop it in here for now as a perspective, by the way. Gets bigger and more exciting as it goes. It also just takes up way more time to wash stuff as the levels progress, it seems, which can be a little bit like, oh, this thing now, what was once, I've washed this thing, I've now washed 10% of this, waha. It's now, I've washed this thing, I have washed 0.5% of the entire thing,
Yeah, sometimes I did feel like, oh my gosh, I've been washing for forever and there's still so much left to do.
Yeah.
Which is actually why I would have thought more between C and B.
Wow, okay, even lower down. Yeah, I would say they've introduced cool mechanics where you can, from Power Wash Simulator 1, which I haven't played, where you can hang from, the floating seats, you can go up ladders, you can set up kind of things, which is cool, but then that means that you're getting it from all these angles, you're washing from all these angles where you might miss a tiny little bit there and it's a little frustrating to go back. Okay, so low B for now?
Let's put it in B for now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then maybe we could go to a game which was a pretty good one.
Ooh, yes.
One of the bigger ones of the year.
Great.
Split Fiction.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I would
Discuss.
say... Discuss. I would say it's at least an A.
Yes.
It's super fun. Game mechanics were great and kept changing, so you always had to adjust to some new cool thing.
Yep.
Story was pretty great.
Yep. Yeah, I love the story, and actually I want to replay it at some point in time with me playing the other way around. Yeah.
So you can replay it as well?
I preferred it to It Takes Two. I know you didn't, and a lot of other people have preferences one way or the other. I actually thought this was a bit more polished, and the narrative, writing stories, I don't know if you can see, I read a lot, so that kind of hit my vibe. So this actually, then I agree. This was a wonderful game.
Hmm.
The only thing for me here is this is the distinction between A and S.
Hmm.
How do we define that distinction? Because it's for sure A.
Hmm.
It could be S.
Oh.
And the main thing that's in my head that it's taking this from A to from into A as opposed to S. If you'd asked me earlier in the year, partially maybe it's time since play, so I've forgotten. But it could also be, I just know there are some absolute bangers coming up that I think are above this.
I see.
Having said that, we did just rinse through the game.
Yes. And it's also not that long of a game, so it's easier
Yeah.
than like some of the titles we have here.
But we did want to not stop, right?
Yes.
We could put it in S. We can always bump it down.
I would put it in S because it's a very unique, unforgettable gaming experience.
We know we're not selling it, right? We're just doing YouTube.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
friends,
yeah,
like
I know.
stuff.
It's unforgettable.
All right then. All right. Do you want to? Let's do it this way. Take control of the mouse. Pick
will.
one of these things and then drag it into a place, and then we will debate.
I want to do a classic one,
Okay.
an old but still good title, Spyro. And I think this one is a bit hard because obviously it's based on it's an old game
Yep. It's
with
a
old
remaster.
mechanics.
Yep.
So of course they could be outdated, but I still would put it to A actually, because
Okay.
it's still super fun.
Hmm.
And there were some parts that nowadays, like for example, some of the jumpy bits, if you
Mhm.
remember, I was struggling because you have to time it exactly right,
Yes.
which gave me that
Feeling.
feeling of like, oh, now,
Yeah.
and you need to have skill to actually do some of this stuff,
So
even
that-
though it's for kids.
So these charges where you have to charging, jump, and then glide, or charging, jump to get the speed, and if you mess it up or you
Yes.
angle it slightly wrong, then you fall down.
And also in general, there are some of these challenges, like the flight challenges, where you have to collect all the, was it diamonds or
The various different things.
various different things. You have to fly, and it's
Gems.
really hard. Gems, thank you. And I was thinking, like, how did I do this as a kid? Did I even do this? Probably not. But no, so I thought that was a pretty great experience, but also it's influenced because nostalgia and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
well, which is a valuable thing, I would say. Okay, my challenge on this would be, how much did you actually play of it?
I played a fair bit. I didn't complete it, but there were maps that I always 100%ed, and I played at least 4 or 5 maps.
I would. You mean the worlds?
The worlds, yeah.
So
Sorry.
it's split into worlds where you do different things. Okay. I would say this is probably top of B as opposed to A, but we can leave it there and then see if it gets bumped down.
Yeah, I was thinking between B and A, in fact. But A was so lonely, we had no game there yet.
Lonely. All right. Sounds good to me. Well, let's do some something else a little bit here. I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to focus on 2 things that I enjoy. One, which is being alliterative, and the other, which is being dismissive of things when and disappointed. So, June Awakening, straight in at D. We have 3-ish hours of that game. 3.5?
3.5 hours of gameplay, yeah.
I knew this was it was one of those low risk high reward scenarios, I think, where we love the movies, we love the vibe, June is cool, and they did a great job of promoting it, and actually the game is beautiful.
The game,
It looks awesome.
unfortunately I didn't see any of the beauty because my gaming PC is kind of, well, not top tier.
That's
So it
very
was
true.
struggling sometimes.
Yeah.
But I heard that also good PCs struggled with the game occasionally, like
Yes,
because of the scale or whatever.
yes.
But what I saw on your PC looked really nice.
Was incredible. However, it just didn't grip us, right?
It didn't, but I also think it wasn't a game for me already when I saw like it's a resource kind of game. You have to like scavenge and build stuff. Usually these are not the games I enjoy in general. The only reason I wanted to try it was because Dune is cool.
Yeah.
And it was a cool game. I guess it just wasn't for me. If that-
Yeah, and I think I think a lot would need to be, there were bugs, a lot would have need to be improved with the initial kind of experience when you do jump in terms of the story to keep you going and to integrate you into the world. It was a little bit meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
It was also very hyped, so maybe that was part of why.
But I don't think we were expecting it to be amazing. We thought there was a small chance it could be amazing.
I had like no expectations. I just kind of bought it.
Okay, well, I mean, it's D for June and for disappointing.
Oh, that sounds harsh. Disappointing June.
Do you want to grab the next one?
Alright. I will take another D.
Dota 2. Okay, so
Oh, this is gonna
for anyone who knows me who's watching, any friends watching, I've been playing this game since, well, the original Dota 1 in Battle.net, so what, like 20 years, more than, something like that. So this is not for me, but Vanya played it for the first time in 2025, and so this is her one. I will obviously vehemently debate with her if it's anything less than S. Absolutely outraged. But go for it.
Well, to give some more context, it took me all of 2025 to basically get qualified to play a ranked game, almost, right?
100 hours.
Because I played roughly 100 hours in November, December, so it took me about the entire year to
Yeah,
get
and you
there.
started in March, April?
Yeah, something along that. So there's that.
You, for reference, Vanya has played Heroes of the Storm a fair bit before, a lot more than me, actually.
Fair bit. I think my characters in Heroes of the Storm are giga leveled.
So, not unfamiliar with MOBAs, but Dota's on a very different level.
Dota is a different level, and there's still a lot of stuff that I do not know about the game, especially with all those items. And at the beginning I remember saying, I hate items. I think it's garbage. and
I was like, this is the whole differentiating factor of the game. Yep.
Yeah. So
do you still hate items?
I get now why there's items. That should be a different discussion about items.
Wow. Okay.
But the game is fun, especially. But the thing is, I wouldn't play it by myself. I did play it 3 games by myself in ranked, because I wanted to know my level, my rank, whatever.
Although you need to play 10 to get calibrated.
And it is you need of course 10 to get calibrated. So I don't think it's a game I would play by myself.
Fair. It is always better with friends. That is very true.
But Heroes of the Storm, as an example, I played a lot by myself, and I had a lot of fun.
I also think that's slightly something. I mean, it makes sense. Heroes of the Storm is much more accessible. You care a lot less. There's a lot less of a knowledge gap.
Yeah.
A lot less strategic.
And it doesn't take as long.
Doesn't take as long.
So.
And also so the not taking as long is another thing. Dota, you have to invest time into it.
Yeah.
In order to learn it, play it, improve it, whatever. More so than Heroes of the Storm. Which is still a lot of fun, by the way. I love that game.
But I think I'll put it to B for now. B.
At least at the top, surely.
I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna do the tiers later.
Oh, where they sit?
Within.
Okay, alright, cool. We can do that.
But... So maybe actually Spyro should be B as well, now that I look at it. Maybe, I don't know, but...
No, well, I mean, are we going to continue playing Dota? Like, would you continue playing Dota with me even if it wasn't about me saying, hey, let's play?
Yeah, sometimes I was like, oh, I'd be up for some Dota.
Yeah.
I want to pwn some noobs, buy some BKBs.
She did, I mean, start the shit talking quite early on. She all chatted easy after a win, which is... Never thought the day would come.
It happened once and never again, I promise. No, but the only reason I put it there is because it's not a game I would play all the time. It's a game that sometimes is frustrating to a point that I don't enjoy it as much.
It's
also really fun sometimes, but also very frustrating.
It's got very, very high highs and very, very low lows.
Yeah.
I mean, but you have, I guess one of the things I would say compared to Anno, Power Wash, Spyro, etc., is something that you have probably 130 hours in.
That's true, But
talking value, it's entirely free. But yeah.
But we're not doing a value list.
We're definitely not doing a value tier list. No, absolutely right. But I mentioned it for the Anno 1800, right?
Yeah,
At £5, I was like,
true.
wow.
That is true.
So, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So you're going to keep it in
I'm
B?
going to keep it there for now.
Cool. And are we moving Spyro down or no?
We should move it to B as well.
Move it to B? Alright. Ideally, well, not ideally, but maybe there should be a bell curve, realistically.
Mm.
I do find tier lists quite frustrating, when it's just like, all these things are S tier. Everything is S tier.
Not everything is great.
Yeah. It's like, everything is awful.
But
no,
that's
wait.
actually something I notice anyways, that now people either give 5 stars or 1 star.
Yeah.
So what about the
Yeah.
other stars?
And this is where I'm like, Split Fiction was incredible, but does it deserve to be S tier? Only something truly remarkable deserves to be S tier. And maybe it is. I don't know.
Hmm.
Speaking of truly remarkable, I'm going to just wang this up there immediately.
Dispatch.
Dispatch.
That was a great game. However...
What, can I justify it first?
Oh, please, go ahead.
So Dispatch is a game that I saw teased at the Game Awards last year, 2024, and then completely forgot about, even though I like Critical Role, etc. Dungeons & Dragons guy, shockingly. But completely forgot about until the 2025 Game Awards when it was mentioned and we were watching it. I was like, oh, I remember that, something. And so I looked it up afterwards and I was like, oh my god, yes, why did this fall off my radar? We need to play it. So we were playing through Ghost of Yotei, and on that Saturday I was like, I want to play this. I bought this. Can we please play this together? And we played it together on the sofa, and it's not, a multiplayer game, but, you're making choices while the story goes on, so you can make those choices together. And in the management game, you can also make those choices together. It's just one person controlling. And I loved pretty much all of it. I thought it was... The story is fantastic. The animation's great. The story is fantastic. It's very, very funny. The choices feel like they mean things. The management game I love, and I'm actually replaying this right now, trying to, 100% all the management stuff. I would just play that game by itself, the management stuff.
Nerd.
I'm a big old nerd. I like efficiency. Finding the right hero to send where and where their powers apply and the best level ups, etc. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And for me, one of the signs of an S tier game, and I think there's S tier is in different ways. One of the signs of an S tier game is a game that I just want to play again immediately. Like when I first played Mass Effect 2, I finished it and then I immediately started again as another class because I was like, I don't want to leave. I want to be part of this.
Yeah.
So for me, that it's S tier.
Alright.
Hit me with the
Fair
rebuttal.
enough.
Also, it's 8 episodes, which we played over that weekend and finished. So it's not like it requires a load of your time
That's true.
or anything.
Commitment, effort is low because you can finish it quite quickly.
And I've recommended it now to, I think, 3 or 4 people, and actually bought it for one of my mates for Christmas. And he said everyone's loved it that's played it.
Yeah.
So, alright. Rebuttal. Hit me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do agree that it's an amazing game, and obviously we enjoyed it enough to finish it within a few days. But if I compare it to Split Fiction, the game element itself, there's not as much going on. Like the management game is really fun,
But is that not just a difference in types of games? I mean, compare it to Dota 2. Yeah, Dota 2 has this depth and breadth and replayability. I have over 7,500 hours in Dota 2. James, I think, has 16k.
Yeah.
Compared to that, it's nothing. But it also doesn't try to be.
No, it's not trying to be the craziest game mechanic ever. It's just trying to be a cool story, and it succeeds at being a cool story. And you can replay it and check out different thingamajigs outcomes.
Yeah.
It's just that, for example, for me, the immediate replayability was only because I wanted to know the other endings.
But it's a story-focused game.
Yes, but it's less so the management part of the game.
But that's fine. This isn't. I wouldn't look at this as a management game with a story around it. The game is the story, and the management game is a mini game as a part of it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a Telltale game, right?
Yeah.
For most of it, you wouldn't say those. Well, they lack game mechanics, so therefore shouldn't be considered. They're just ergonomically trying to be a certain thing, and in what it was trying to be, it absolutely smashed it out of the park for me. Are you pushing back hard on it?
No.
I think it's good to like come up with the criticisms, etc. And I think that's fair. The question is it a hard pushback? So, for example, I don't know, with Spyro, we kind of, okay, but, you know, is this a fair thing that you didn't play it that much, blah, 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 whatever.
Yes.
Okay, so...
No, I'm not gonna do a hard pushback because I like the game too much for that. You know, I'm just trying to think of all the
permutation. all the elements.
all the elements of this tier list. No. Let's leave it there for now as well.
Yeah, like I guess maybe one of the things we could do as a mental sense check is if we were talking to the developers and we were like, did you smash this game out of the park, or rather, is it amazing but there are some critical flaws? You know, I would say you smashed this out of the park.
Smashed it.
For what it was trying to be.
Maybe that's what S stands for.
Smashed it. Smashed it. And A stands for awesome.
And B is for
very
good.
Very good. Help. Okay. All right. I picked Dispatch. Your turn.
I'm gonna pick one for you actually, because I played it.
Well, you can't place it originally.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think you should do Shady.
Shady part.
Slim Shady. And place it somewhere and then defend it. Or propose it.
This is hard because Shady Part of Me I've played at the very early beginning of 2025, so I don't remember as much as of other games.
Do you remember how you felt at the time?
It was a very nice storytelling, kind of like it impacted me emotionally.
Yeah.
And the puzzles were really nice, if I remember well, as not a perfect game, but I think impact-wise it was better than Donut County, which is just kind of dumb fun.
And you also did complete it.
And I completed it. It's also not a long game. I think it took like a couple of hours. But I think I would put it in B for that reason. Good story, nice puzzles, doesn't take long so you could easily finish it. And storytelling was nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Legit. I did see you play it. It looked kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Cool
Emotional
concepts.
journey. That was nice.
Yeah. Solid. Okay, alright, I will take the one that you were going to click on, but it's obviously one that I played. Hades. Hades was a fantastic game. I'd never played it before, and this is Hades 1, not Hades 2. Hades 2, we're waiting to come out on the console so we can play it together. I wasn't sure I'd like the art style. I'm coming around more to that art style nowadays. It was never my thing so much.
Like the Dispatch art style you like?
Yeah, it's never been my favourite, but for some reason I'm coming around, which is cool, and maybe that's just broadening my horizon, maybe that's experiencing it and seeing the pros for it, whereas I hadn't before, who knows. Hades is a great game. Oops, right click. I'm going to put it in A. For me, Hades is a fantastic game. Tons of replayability. I love the combat is a lot of fun, the builds are varied and a lot of fun. And you want to explore builds that aren't just the standard build. I remember my favourite build was going Zeus and Athena, I think. So you get the dash and lightning or whatever. So I never actually hit anything. I was just running around like a lunatic. And Hermes, obviously, anytime you see speed, get speed stuff. And then the way the Hades house kind of develops over time is cool, and you get the little characters, and I just thought that was a lot of fun. And
the narration is cool.
The narration is excellent.
Yeah.
It is an excellent game. This is a game that I would happily put in S tier. So I've got to be careful. I'm going to keep it in A for now, because once I did beat Hades, sorry. I didn't then go back and keep playing.
Yeah.
Even though there's clearly more story there, there's more to do, more runs you can do. I didn't actually go back. So I think, and I do think some of the things with like the weapons a couple of the weapons could be frustrating. The bow I didn't like very much, for example.
Pretty much stuck to one weapon. Almost always the same weapon.
The spear.
Yeah.
Spear was my favourite.
Spear was good.
But like, so, I'm going to keep it an A. Is that fair?
Fair.
Then we can revisit. Although really we shouldn't. I think when we do the revisits, we should just shifty them. No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll revisit. All right, you go. Pick one.
I'm gonna take another one that I played by myself, which was Crypt Custodian.
Cat game.
Cat game. That was super cool. Phew.
Are you thinking B or A?
I'm wondering between the two. Because it was cute art style, super fun to play. I liked the abilities you got.
Maybe you could explain it a little bit.
Oh, you're basically a little cat that dies and then becomes the janitor of the afterlife, but is trying to escape or not to escape, but to basically get to this mirror that lets you see the world you've left behind, together with a couple of other ghosts that you're trying to recruit to escape the palace together. So it's a fun premise.
And it's a platformer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
there's fighting, it's kind of difficult.
it's kind of difficult. I was looking for something similar to Tunic for the people who have played that game where you're a little fox. So it kind of gave me similar vibes. So yeah, it was cute. I had a couple of puzzles, not too many. I think Tunic was more puzzle heavy in that sense.
But there were more challenges.
Couple of good boss fights as well
That looked super tough.
That looked tough and were
I didn't
tough.
play it, but yeah, I saw it.
You're just like, oh my god, so much going on. So yeah, really nice, challenging boss fights sometimes, and the music was really cute as well.
I would even honestly say, should this not be an A tier?
I think so, in fact. If I compare it to, for example, other games here,
Yep.
I would put it to A. It was a special experience.
Nice.
It was a more unique, fun puzzle platformer. And you're a cat, I mean. Doesn't get much better than that.
Could have been a dog. Okay, I'm going to do Horizon Zero Dawn next. Now, full disclosure, I haven't actually finished this game.
Boo! Oh, sorry.
Because we've been playing other games that we both played together. Oh, jeez, I've right-clicked again. Madman. So, I hadn't played this before, and it is an older game, so we've got to remember that. So some of the things that are now the case in RPGs, or open world RPGs like this, like in Ghost, for example, which we'll talk about, they're much more refined than they used to be, which is super interesting, by the way, to think about, look at. But the storyline is cool. She's a cool character. The fighting is fun, using the bow, various different things you can do. There's a cool story, like lore underneath, which I really like. Depth of the world, the exploring is nice. Although I have to say, I got up to the point where you approach the big city, Meridian, and I did kind of feel coming out two things. I love the starting zone so much, and I was excited to explore the rest of the world. I love the tall neck thing where you go and you see what's around you. Very cool way to do it. But now we're in Meridian, and two things. Number one, it's a huge area suddenly again, and I feel slightly overwhelmed, as happens in some open world RPGs. And number two is I'm running through this thing, and a lot of this area, the zone, and a lot of the enemies are the flying ones, which is so annoying. So annoying.
So wait, you're less intrigued now because the game got more difficult.
It's not about difficulty, it's about annoyance.
Okay, fair enough.
But I can see, but there's a question here, is how much did I enjoy the game, A, B, C, whatever, or whether it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
The stealth elements, the hacking elements, all these types of things, the riding, I think those are great. So I would put it in an A. I probably would have enjoyed it more than I enjoyed it now back then, if that makes sense. Sorry, if I played it at the time of release, I would have loved it more than I enjoyed it, but I have still really enjoyed it, so it has to be A. Yeah.
Do you think you'll get back to it and finish it?
Yep. The idea was that this was a game that I would play when Manuel wasn't around.
Yeah, but I'm always around, so there's that.
moment, when she's not around, I'm redoing
Dispatching.
Dispatch. So I will get back to it for sure, 100%, and then I look forward to playing the others as well. So I'm going to put it as A.
Awesome. I think we should then go for the game that disrupted you from actually playing Horizon.
Yeah?
Ghost of Yotei.
Ghost of Yotei. So this has to be between A and S, right?
Yes. So, for those who don't know, I actually played the first one, Ghost of Tsushima. Chris has not. So, I don't know if that really influenced my experience much compared to you.
I think it does. You're looking at it versus a thing, an expectation.
Yes, and there's a couple of like Easter eggs that are tied to the first one where it doesn't...
So that's the positive,
That's
but
a
then the
positive.
negative can be that like I see a game mechanic and I'm like, oh, that's amazing, and it's just something that you've seen before.
Yeah, although I feel like they really, if anything, they improved the mechanics.
Yeah, which is what you'd hope for.
Yeah.
But so
I
did also buy a PlayStation 5 just to play Ghost of Yotei.
Yes.
But I was going to buy a PlayStation 5 anyway, just to be fair. Actually, so it's not strictly true. I just bought the Ghost of Yotei themed one,
Yeah,
which
that's
looks
true.
sick.
So for me, I would say this game is... I would say S. Because I think they smashed it in terms of like the way it looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really captures that feudal, old Japanese historical element as well. At least from what I know. Of course, I don't know much about Japan from back then, but from other stuff I've seen, like movies and read stuff about it seems really like it represented it well.
Yep.
The story is really, really nice. And game mechanics are really cool. Like, I don't know how I would improve the mechanics. Only that, for example, at least for us, we don't use most of the tools that we have available because we just want to use the sword.
Well, I'm a katana all the way. Venya switches between the various weapons.
But we never, almost never use the bow. We almost never use the gun. We almost never, I think maybe I use it a little bit more than you.
Yeah. So thinking about the combat in particular, you could drop it in S, maybe.
A or S. S.
Let's drop it in S, and we can always drop, and then we can always move it down. So the combat is a lot of fun. There's this kind of classic counter system where this weapon is good versus that weapon. Dual katanas are good versus, spear. The kurosagama, or whatever it's called, is good versus shields, etc. That's very cool. I do think there's maybe too many weapons. Although maybe that's not strictly true. I think what it does is it gives you the option to play different ways that you like, which is fun. So you can play with bows, you can play with whatever. And there's stealth as well. So actually, I'm going to take that back. I think the combat, having the options is good. The combat itself is just a lot of fun. Like, it feels dynamic, it feels cool. It rewards you for changing where you do change, and for getting the various kind of counters where you can either parry or dodge, or the gold one, the disarm, where you have to charge a heavy attack to disrupt it. There's lots of different things that you can improve at, and you become very good at it, which I'm impressed by.
Yeah, and I think something that also the first game did already really well, but also this one is making you feel like a swordsman.
Definitely.
Especially if you time it well, you have to be a swordswoman, of course. It rewards patience. If you're not just hammering the button, but you actually whip a parry in the right moment,
and it rewards
dodge in the right
skill
moment.
as well. So when you get the red one that you have to dodge, if you just dodge as opposed to rolling, it's not just like any combat game with hack, 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 and then I roll away. Actually, rolling can be a bad thing, particularly if you're surrounded.
Yes.
And also that feel. I mean, I used to walk up to Saito camps, and instead of stealthing around to pick off some people or whatever, like I would do in Far Cry and loads of these other games, I just want to walk up and challenge them to a duel standoff with my wolf buddy, and then just stroll in, RP walk in, and hack them all down. It's awesome.
The standoff is a really cool feature that I haven't really seen in other games like
Red Dead, but it wasn't
Red Dead
good.
had it. Yes,
I don't think.
But another thing a game really does well is how the environment shows you to quests or specific areas of interest. I think that is super cool.
That for me is actually the biggest thing. I kind of alluded to it in the Horizon Zero Dawn point, which is when you've not got a quest marker that you're going towards, or this arrow, you've got the wind showing you where you're going. when you get near a place of interest, there's a golden bird that you follow. I think you improve your health by sitting in hot springs. You improve your talents. You learn talents and level up, not through experience or numbers. So you can't farm or whatever. You take over a camp. There's an altar. You bow. There you go. I think the integration of the world into the mechanics is probably the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And the world itself is gorgeous.
Yeah.
There are a few frustrations with it that I have though.
Oh.
There's the classic RPG thing of you go to a place, there's a storyline, there's some stuff, you maybe have a big baddie, you go towards the big baddie, maybe it's a face-off, oh no wait, he gets away, and then you've got to redo the whole thing again. And that's a standard RPG thing, it's a standard narrative thing, but it is quite frustrating that it's been the case for like 3 areas that we've been to. Right?
Oh, you mean as a story element that the bad guy gets away?
The bad guy gets away the first time and there's nothing you can do about it because Deus Ex, and you...
That's just how they envisioned the story.
Yeah, I kind of wish they just mixed that up a little bit. Maybe make it harder to get there at the first time, but then you finally do kill one, and then the next one there's a whole thing. But that's a minor frustration. Next minor frustration is for me, the final zone, which we're actually in at the moment. We haven't completed this yet. It's the Oshima Coast, and there's a lot of focus on firepower, on guns.
I feel
and I like that less. That's just a personal thing.
I don't mind it myself, and I feel like it's the game's way to make it harder, because the guns, since we've gotten to the gun point, is that the way to say it?
Gun point.
Since we've met people with guns more often, we've died, which never happened before. I think we never died before.
No, you die sometimes,
almost never.
But yeah, rarely.
But now
normally in the duels.
Yeah, but now it's been harder, because like for example, you try to dodge, but it's just very hard to dodge bullets, and I feel like
that's true.
Like it's almost impossible.
But that for me is then forcing you into a style of gameplay you maybe don't want to play. You have to start assassinating or throwing bombs or whatever because there are those guys with the shields and the rifles that shoot several times.
Maybe they're trying to make you use all of the game mechanics that they threw at you in the first half of the game.
Sure,
or maybe it's
I
just
just
like
want to be a samurai, man. Chill out.
But this is why the samurai die, because of the guns.
I don't need
because they refuse to change their ways.
I don't need a sad reminder of that. No, but that's fair. I'm just talking about more kind of personal frustrations, I guess.
Fair enough. Personally, I'm not bothered by it because now, like, I'm just gonna try to position myself better. I have started assassinating more, but I like that as well. Also, I'm pretty sure that, by the way, this is another thing, periodic thing, I'm pretty sure that they didn't have rifling in that day and age. Rifling was 1800s? Late 1700s? I don't remember.
So some of the stuff that they're doing with guns is not accurate, I think. Anyway, I might be.
We'd have to research that.
Anyway, I think it deserves its place in S tier.
I think so too.
And we are trying to like full clear it, do everything, and we're still enjoying it. Moving around the map feels wonderful. Like Red Dead, you would find things occasionally that are interesting. I'm talking about 1, not 2. I haven't played 2. This feels very natural. There's consistently things or little storylines here or there that are fun and interesting and make you want to explore and reward you for exploring. Yeah, I think it's an incredibly well executed game.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Alright, then what I'll go to next is the final one that I played for the first time but you didn't, which is Diablo 4. And I'm going to put that in B tier.
Alright.
So Vanya's played this before.
I've played it many times.
Many times, a lot. I don't know if it runs in the family. When I was staying with Vanya's family over the Christmas break, her dad was trying to level a summoning, spellcasting druid for I think the 5th time in a row, and previously they died at 52, 45 something.
Also, my family played Diablo 3 together, all 4 of us, and my parents played Diablo 2. So it's just
I had a
family thing.
I had a lot of fun with that. Us playing it together. I played Diablo 3. But I never played 4 before. It's fun. There's different things you can do. The storyline is there. Different things you can do class-wise. That's quite interesting. Storylines there, etc. But we did fall off it.
Yes.
We didn't complete it.
No, we finished the main story. We didn't play the expansion.
That's true, and I did put Vessel of Hatred icon here as the one that we were playing. There's the cutscenes are incredible as Blizzard has done for years now. So I would put it top of B, but I'm not sure I would call it a fantastic game myself.
I mean, there were some, when it came out, I remember a lot of people saying like, oh, it's a bit repetitive, the classes weren't really scaled well. For example, I think, if I'm not mistaken, when it came out, people were playing, for example, a bear druid, and you would expect that a bear can really take a lot of damage as like this tanky monster, and in the end died as quickly as a sorcerer or something like that. And that's something that I feel like they partially fixed, but sometimes,
For me, I think B tier is this is a good game.
No, it's really
and
fun.
I think it's definitely a good game for sure. I just wouldn't call it necessarily a great game.
Yeah, for sure. I do wish there were more games like it, because it is fun to play together on the couch for like a couple of hours. And
that's very true.
Yeah.
That's a big plus.
Yeah. Cool.
Should we do the dice one?
Yes.
Coins?
Coins. Crushed pips. So these are quotes from Lost and Random. And that is a game that I started, but in the end we both played, I believe.
Yes. And it's a sequel, but completely different.
Yes.
Helldivers-esque.
Yeah, kind of. And
not in the style of game, but in terms of there was a game, and then there's a second game, but that second game is a very different style.
In fact, it's called... There's a subtitle I forgot about, because the main
The
game...
Eternal Die.
The Eternal Die. It's not Lost and Random, it's Lost and Random, The Eternal Die. And I did play Lost and Random, which was a very different type of game as Lost and Random, The Eternal Die. But actually it's also a platformer.
Yep.
Kind of.
It's more like Hades than anything else.
Not actually, but yeah, you're
it's
right.
It's a roguelike.
More like Hades, roguelike.
You have different weapons, you have a die, which I think they did really well with. You have it on your back and you could throw it, and initially you're just flinging a die at someone and it deals some damage, but then what you can do is when you level up you can get upgrades. So like the ability, when you throw the die you're obviously rolling it, technically you get a 3. If you get a 3 or an odd number, this X thing happens, so you can actually do runs where you build around the die being useful versus other things. So I thought it was actually really creative in the way it let you build your character each time. Yeah. Which I liked.
I liked the random element was kind of fun, new mechanic, and it looks really cute as well. And the boss fights were challenging, or at least some of the levels in general were challenging. So
I would put it in A.
Would you put it in A?
I thought it was a great game. For particularly for, if we think about like Crypt Custodian, same thing. For what we were expecting, I think we played on Game Pass. Like, we're not doing value for money, but for what we were expecting from a small developer, actually I thought it was really well designed. I don't remember many frustrations with it.
That's true.
It's not like, wow, amazing S tier, we want to play this again all the time, but like it was good. It was very good. Is it as polished with the storyline as great as Hades, blah blah blah? No, absolutely not. But the fun of the play and the builds you could do because of this die were pretty great, I think.
Fair, yeah. I guess if it's on the lower end of A, I agree, because the only reason I would have put it in B is because I think Hades is overall better executed.
100%.
But it is true that it was better than... Well, I mean, I didn't really have like bad expectations or anything, but I was like kind of grabbing it randomly.
This was...
and then it was really fun and cute, and we enjoyed ourselves.
This was like one of the low-key, wasn't expecting to be incredible, and then was incredible games.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright, next, shall we do the World of Warcrafts?
Do both World of Warcrafts.
So World of Warcrafts, classic and classic hardcore.
Yes.
So this is classic hardcore. This is the anniversary realms that we started again. I actually did play WoW Classic for Classic. We both used to play WoW back in the day, a fair bit.
Back when it was still
fun. But we do like that nostalgia, of course. This is a tough one to do. I don't know whether we should have just kept them together, but I just wanted to talk about them separately, I guess.
Mm.
The World of Warcraft Classic was World of Warcraft Classic. It was exactly what I was expecting. It's a great game. It's a lot of
great
fun.
game.
We loved it. We
Yes,
enjoyed it.
We loved it.
We enjoyed playing it together. We got the opportunity to do that again on a server that had people going. Even if you're not changing anything, it's still the experience of having that again.
Nostalgia.
We did
Everything.
screw up.
With one of our... Well, yeah.
Our main characters that we were leveling together, we put in a PvP realm because we thought it would be fun. And then we got to Stranglethorn Vale, and it was not fun.
It wasn't really because we thought it was fun. We
just kind of decided on a whim.
We had a misunderstanding because you asked me, hey, did you usually play PvP? And I was like, of course I played PvP.
That's exactly right.
You were thinking of... I thought you were thinking of the
Arena,
challenges,
battlegrounds.
exactly. Yeah. But you were thinking of the PvP realms, and then we just created PvP.
Huge mistake.
Yeah, huge regret, unfortunately.
And you can't move from the PvP to non-PvP realm, which I find
It's so frustrating.
yeah. But it's still great, and we're looking forward to TBC Classic,
Yes,
which is
sure,
coming soon.
for sure.
And hardcore, actually for me, was a wonderful thing to experience through watching, mainly watching Grubby and OnlyFangs through that. But I really thought it added another twist, an extra bit on the game.
Yes, I actually think hardcore I'm more likely to play more of than the classic one, just because there's an added element of challenge.
The challenge and the risk was a big thing, for
I
sure.
also think the community is so nice on the hardcore server because people usually try to help out each other. However, I've also been screwed over by people where I joined them for like some sort of quest in a cave, and then they had gathered all the stuff they needed, and then they pissed off, and I was left
and suddenly
alone,
you're just dead.
and I'm just surrounded by enemies, and that's when I died, and I was like, curse you, whatever his name was. But so
high highs, low lows, definitely gets your heart beating when you realise that you've aggroed 3 mobs.
yes,
And you can only take on 2, so you have to blow cooldowns, do things, etc. And you could just die to 3 quest mobs.
yes, and also like for example being a priest, or like in general the classes you have in hardcore have so much more weight to what they do. Like if
That's
you're a
true,
priest, you can actually save someone's life potentially. If you're a tank, you can actually protect the mage or whatever.
That's very true, and in solo leveling it matters as well, because a priest might be able to survive through mana, but they don't actually have an escape. They don't have blink to get away. They don't have ghost wolf, whatever. They can just heal themselves, and if they're out of mana and you aggro a mob, that's it, you're toast.
Yeah.
So I think that's very good.
I think it's so cool. And then also you kind of care a lot more about that particular character after you've hit like level 20, 30, 40, whatever. You'll be like, oh my gosh, please don't die.
And that sense of
come so far.
Talking about high highs, low lows, it's like that, right? You hit the 30 with that, you feel this wonderful sense of achievement. They die at 35, you're like, oh my god, I hate my life. Yeah.
Oh, and also if you die in silly ways like Cass.
Yes, that's very true. Cass, wanting to tease us and mock us, coming up from the 1,000 needles to the Barons on the Great Lift, forgot that her auto run was on and ran off the lift and was a warrior and had no way to survive and so died. So stupid. In ignominy?
Not sure which word you're trying to say.
I know the word, but I can't seem to say it for some reason. So we're going to move on. Alright, let's do Lego Party and then end with these 2, shall we?
Yes.
Should we do this one, this one, this one?
Okay.
Lego Party. This is a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. I would put it to B.
I agree.
Because fun minigames.
Fun minigames, creative minigames.
Creative minigames, a lot of minigames.
A lot of minigames.
Most of them I really enjoy. There's a few where I'm like, yeah, but like not as much as the other side.
Yep.
I also like the playing board kind of style. You have different themes. I like the hosts, however, they do talk a lot sometimes.
Yeah, we wish there was a slider to turn it down so you could do less.
Because if you mute them completely, it kind of loses something as well.
Yeah.
So I wish you could kind of maybe say what they should comment on, like tick boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
But
the tune is good. Very catchy.
Very catchy. You can create your own little minifigure, which is
customizability.
super cute.
Yeah.
So
good game.
Really nice with friends and family.
Basically like Mario Party, but with Lego. And I do think there's something there about the characters. You know, it's cool to create your own minifigure, but ideally you'd want a story around. I don't know, but that's the classic Lego problem. But it is just good fun. It's a really good couch game, party game for a lot of people.
I also like the mode we played with my brother, where you just select mini games you want to play, and then you score points for each mini game.
That's true. Yep.
So we haven't even discovered all of the.
Yep,
modes
100%.
yet.
So I completely agree. Beat it. Blueprints. Bang.
Bang.
Has to be, right?
Yes, that was a great game that I still think about sometimes now when I see something like a key or whatever, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And there's still, I mean, I can't remember.
Secret garden key.
Was it your mum who just said the word nook, and I was really thinking of the reading nook that
The Great Hall.
This game was my.
It really hooked us.
It's my game of the year.
Your game
I
of the
think.
year. Yes.
This is my game of the year. Spoilers for the Expedition 33, but we'll see where that places overall for us. But this for me is the game of the year because I wasn't expecting much, and it invaded my dreams.
Yes.
It's so fun, so atmospheric. Again, an art style that I didn't think I would like that much, but lots of. You start off and you want to explore, and we didn't say, oh, we must get to 46. We wanted to explore and see what the kind of things we could find. Taking in turns to do runs. This is what we did with Hades and Lost and Random as well. Taking in turns where one person does a run, the other person's there flying co-pilot.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to set ourselves up, and you can set yourself up for success by making sure that you have extra gems or things like that. And there's so many little nuances and things that if you understand well, you can make that run be a good run pretty much every single time, or a targeted run to what you want to achieve. I definitely will go back and play it. I already have done once, although not replay, but just continue playing.
There's still a lot of puzzles we could probably still discover.
Yep, we haven't discovered all the runes, etc. Story is intriguing, although I hear it's a disappointment in the ultra late game. That hasn't bothered us or me.
Are we in the ultra late game?
I don't know. Well, there's the whole vaults or whatever they are.
Oh, yeah.
Which we unlocked 2 of them, I think.
We haven't unlocked all of those yet. Well, I thought the story was just kind of over, and now you discover whatever is left.
I think that's what people, when they then went on to solve all the puzzles, were like, is there that much more? Maybe, I don't know. But either way, up to that. Yeah. I still sometimes just hear the little guitar twangs at the start of a new day. And I wasn't expecting much. It wasn't expensive. I don't know, we played on Game Pass even.
I think we paid it, but it was like 20
quid.
bucks or whatever. So
yeah.
Really, really nicely done, and it really hooked us. And also, we had friends like randomly kind of watching, and we're like, oh, like when James visited.
Yeah, that's true. James visited for the weekend, so got Giga involved in the runs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're making notes outside because we want to like understand things. Like you're getting really into a game, so I completely agree.
Definitely, super cool.
And final game, Expedition 33.
Whoa!
Shall we?
We shall.
We're doing S tier for that as well. Shockingly, for the game of the year.
Yes, I mean, that was
not ours, but
that was a beautiful game. I really, really loved the story. Tear jerking a little bit.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I mean, at the end of Act 1, no spoilers, that had me in tears. And then when I experienced it again through Joanna, that had me in tears. Like, getting updates from her about like experiencing that, I was like, oh, I feel for her.
Yeah, no, definitely an amazing story. The music was fantastic.
Music was incredible. Vanya started playing some of it on the piano.
Yes, I mean, as a pianist, I just love all the piano pieces they have. I actually really, really hope they're gonna bring out a piano sheet book for the game.
Yes,
that would be really awesome.
100%.
So
and we're going to the concert, in Utrecht
in April
to see it being performed.
That would be cool. But also the gameplay was really fun for me, at least. I talked to my brother, he didn't like it. He doesn't like that you have to dodge and you have to parry, and I'm just like, well, get better.
So that's interesting because a lot of people, I've spoken with a few people about this type of thing. Some people have just not talked about it. It's not been a big thing. So other people have talked about they don't like this turn-based kind of Final Fantasy style
It's not for everyone.
combat. Fair enough. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And then other people have talked about how they don't like the dodging and parrying on top. For me, that keeps you interested beyond just the select the turn, and it does add a skill element more. I mean, we talked about the management game for Dispatch. I like a management efficiency element. This is the best thing for this person to cast, etc. I like a turn-based system, combat system, but adding the skill element on top and keeping it interesting even when the enemy's using powers and attacking. I thought that was really good. I really enjoyed that, and it felt like it was something you could improve mechanically.
And I feel like it still gave you kind of power to turn the tides in your favor. So if an enemy would attack, you still had the option to potentially dodge it or block it. So it wasn't just like, oh, now I'm gonna die for sure.
And it's not like it then made everything easy because you just dodged everything and it was easy. Bosses was still hard. It was still tough to get that. And for people who said, well, I just played it alone and learnt to parry the things, then it's fine. Okay, cool. So you had the game experience of learning how to do the thing and beat the thing. That's fantastic.
I also think, can't you turn that off, the accessibility features, because you can make it easier for yourself as well.
Oh, you can. Yeah, that's true. But we're not talking about
not. But in general, it was.
And the customizability is fun. Different weapons doing different things, different builds, which felt meaningful. I loved going for making Lune. We went healer and fire and just hell. It's just so satisfying to cast every single time.
Just blows everything up.
And the pictos were cool. A lot of customizability there. You could make some absolutely broken builds. And for people trying to min-max, I did have a couple of friends who like trying to min-max, get the best sword, do the best kind of build, whatever. Okay, if you want to read and do that, that's fine. But I feel like from a game design perspective, one of the joys of it was that you could build in different ways, and that was a lot of fun. So we could definitely replay it again and have a completely different setup, and it would still work and be good. So excellent game.
Cool.
All right, so are we going to let's go through this and reorganize the tiers, starting at the bottom?
Well, it's definitely not bell curve shaped.
No, and maybe we need to switch an A down to a B and a B down to a C or something. We can talk about that.
It's fair, yeah.
So Dune Awakening is still there. Donut County is still there for sure.
Yeah.
For Bs, let's reorganize this. What were some of the ones that maybe we think should be less or more? Do you think anything stands out as up at the top? I think Lego Party should be higher.
Yes.
For example.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Dota 2 can be higher.
There? Or there?
You mean all the way up? No. Yeah, there's fine.
Okay. Should we drop? Are there any candidates for dropping down to C, as in okay game, or and bear in mind this just means that we chose not to play only we chose to play good games and up, which is speaks well for us.
Well, I'm wondering about both Spyro and Power Wash, if they should be C. Not because I really love both games. In the end, I loved all of the games that are here except maybe Dune.
And this one you didn't love.
True, but I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, sure. But I guess the thing is, if you loved a game, you thought it was good, then it should be here, and that's fine. And this just means we made a mistake, or maybe this one you didn't buy with any expectations of amazingness. It was just like, let's mess around a little bit. So
it was fun. So, but for example, what else are we considering? That we like? How
I don't think we need a bell curve for what it for my reference.
Make a bell curve. Okay. Then let's not leave.
Shall we move Diablo up?
Yes.
To there? Or above Lego Party?
They're very different vibes.
For sure.
But I feel like, personally, there's sometimes I get the surge of, I want to play Diablo 4 again. Lego Party I will almost only play when there's friends and we want to have a good time.
But that is what it's designed for.
That is what it's designed for. It is a party game. So maybe leave it like this.
Also, I guess this was my game, right?
Oh, that is true. You should really rank that for yourself.
I'll put it here because I love the fact that we could play it together while on the sofa, etc. over that. So I think I'm happy with this.
Yeah?
Are you happy with that?
I'm good with that as well.
Okay, let's go up to A tier then. For A tier, I think Hades has to be at the top.
Yes.
I think World of Warcraft should move up maybe. Hardcore being higher.
I think Lost and Random you could put lower.
Like this.
Yeah.
It's hard to
World of Warcraft is kind of as a package, isn't it?
It is, but I think it's important to have. I say important. I think it's nice we have the distinction. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Cool. And then we come up to this. Now this is going to be interesting. I think I'm happy to keep Split Fiction there in S tier, but at the bottom of S tier. So my proposal would be Blueprints at the top. And then I'm kind of... They're so different, it's hard.
This is very... I feel like Expedition should be on the second slot.
Okay. And this is going to be a... I think Dispatch should be there, you think Ghost should be there, probably.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think Ghost is an incredible game.
When I look at the games, I'm trying to think of moments where I went either like, in Blueprint's case, what? Whoa! Oh my, what? And in the other spots, I would be like, aw, where like, you know, something like evokes an emotion. And Dispatch was super cool and had a really good story, but I had more an emotional response for actually all of the other games, or even Split Fiction. I had more of an emotional response than Dispatch, but I'm willing to keep that below Dispatch.
So we happy with that?
Yeah. Sweet.
Solid. Nailed it. Cool. Alright, well that is our tier list for 2025. The best video games that we played for the first time in 2025. I will save this now.
Cool.
And we can look at it in the years to come.
Amazing.
Look back and see how many of those games we keep playing or come back to. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
Nice.
For sure.
Alright.
Alright then. Thanks a lot. If you've watched this, which you obviously have, if you're looking at it now, then I hope it was entertaining. And you got to see a little bit of our reasoning. And maybe we'll see you again. Ciao.
Ciao.